Hello, today I'm planning on going to the zoo, but before I leave, I need to pack some supplies for my IV nutrition called TPN. I also need to prepare items for my ventilator and tracheostomy tube. However, I will do a separate video on that and will release it on my other YouTube channel called Life with a Vent. And please stay tuned to the end for some exciting scenes I will include from today's visit to the zoo. The first thing I need to do is change out the batteries on my TPN pump. Before going anywhere, I always put brand new batteries into my pump. This is my TPN pump. To change the batteries, we're going to flip it over to the back. On the back, there's going to be this switch. We're going to switch it over to unlock. We're going to pull down and the cover comes off. There's the two batteries. To get the batteries out, we're going to pull up on this plastic tab and the batteries are going to come right out. There we are. To put the new batteries in, we go one battery, and then we keep this tab over and put the second battery, and we're going to put the case back on, slide up, lock, and it is good to go. And that's how I change my batteries on my TPN pump. The batteries should last about 48 hours, but just in case they do not last that long, I always bring along 2 extra batteries. Next, I pack up the supplies I will need for my PICC line. Since I will only be gone for a short time, I will bring along 6 saline flushes. So here's a saline flush, and we're going to do 6. So 2, not that one, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will put these aside. Then I will take along 4 heparin flushes. Here's a heparin flush, and 2, 3, 4 heparin flushes. Next, I will take along alcohol wipes. I usually take along about 6 of them. Since there are 2 by 2, I will take along 3 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 alcohol wipes. And I also have these green caps which go on the end of my PICC line. These are alcohol caps. I'll bring along 6 of these. So we got 2, 4, and 6. 6 caps. Once I have all these supplies, I will take a zip top bag and place everything inside. So here's my alcohol caps, alcohol wipes, saline flushes, and heparin flushes. When I have these all inside, I will also include some, there we are, hand sanitizer. I love to use soap and water whenever I'm touching my PICC line. However, I'm going to be at the zoo and it's not going to always be possible if something happens with my PICC line to immediately run and find a bathroom and use soap and water. So I have these little containers of alcohol hand sanitizer, and these are just perfect for traveling. I would normally just put this in my bag, but these tend to leak, so I always put them in a plastic zip top bag, because if they leak, at least they're still inside and they do not get all over your supplies. It's wonderful to have hand sanitizer, but if it gets all over your supplies, you will not be happy. So once I have this inside, I will just wrap it up and use my bag with all my supplies and put this inside and zip it up. And I'm all ready to go. Now I'm going to place this inside my carrying bag. Here's my carrying bag for my TPN, and my TPN fits inside. So I'm going to place this inside, and once I'm done with this, I'm going to place my actual TPN pump and bag inside, and then I'm going to close this, and then it zips up really nicely, and everything fits in here, and it's just wonderful. Normally, most people would stop right there, but let me tell you, I have issues with leaving things. I will open up my bag, and then this bag of supplies will mysteriously fall, or I'll put it on the counter and I will forget to put it back in my bag with my TPN. So this bag sometimes gets left behind. So to avoid this catastrophe, if I didn't have any supplies, which would be a catastrophe, I will take another bag with a zip top bag and put the exact same supplies. So again, I'll put 2, 6 saline flushes, 4 heparin flushes, 6 alcohol swabs, and there's 6 caps in here, 6 alcohol caps. I'm gonna put these all in another zip top bag. And like that. And once everything's inside, I'm gonna zip it closed. Now this bag, I'm gonna put into my backpack. I always carry my backpack. My backpack has all my medicines that I need for the day. So I'm gonna put this in my backpack, and then I'll have 2 sets of supplies. So in case, for whatever reason, if I lose my backpack, I have my supplies in my TPN bag, or if I lose my bag with the TPN, I have my backpack bag. So I'm always really well prepared, and this also ensures I have more than enough supplies. So that's what I do for my TPN. Next, for my line, I always wrap my line in an ACE bandage. I know you have your dressing on your PICC line. However, the dressing will sometimes get wet, especially going to an attraction such as a zoo. You never know, it might start raining, someone might accidentally spill their drink on you, and then you have the panic of, my PICC line dressing, it's gonna get wet. So I always put our ACE bandage around, and so if it does get wet, the ACE bandage is the only thing that gets wet. You can take off the ACE bandage and your PICC line dressing is still fine and wonderful. And I cannot tell you how many times the ACE bandage has saved me. Lastly, since it takes about 18 hours to infuse my bag of TPN, I began infusing my bag of TPN last night. This way, I will start off the day with only about a half a bag of TPN, and I do not have to carry around a full bag of TPN with me. Well, I'm all set to go to the zoo. Please remember to like and subscribe down below. I hope you have a great day and a wonderful week. Off to the zoo I go. Bye-bye.
Because it's a warm-blooded animal. So that little mouse could be hidden under a pile of leaves up to 6 feet away. That snake would still sense the heat coming off of that mouse. Warm?
No, it's cold.
They can be anywhere between 60 to about 100. One of our females was brought in from the Galapagos.
On my left side, we are passing our mandrills. I mentioned them earlier that they really do love eggs, omnivores. Now these guys are what chimpanzees like to hunt and eat. So they live on opposite sides of the zoo for a reason. I'm just kidding. When it's nighttime, all of them have to come in. They cannot be left out. The big reason is the safety of the animal. Over here on my left side, one of the last animals we're going to be seeing today is our Grant zebras. So the further south that you go in Africa, the wider apart that those black stripes get. So if you're really far south, you're going to notice that the black stripes are a lot thicker. These guys are more sub-Saharan Africa, so more towards the middle.
This is just a brief taste of the grand adventure I had as I went on a behind-the-scenes tour of the zoo. It was super exciting and included feeding animals such as a camel, giraffe, and flamingos. Also, my wheelchair was damaged during the tram ride through the zoo. It was quite a day. For more fun and excitement, please click on the link to the video called Behind the Scenes Zoo Tour. My wheelchair fell apart.